What's going on, YouTube? Back once again in the shed, and I welcome you. And look, I tried to make it a little Christmassy for you all. Yeah, tried to sort my snuff shelf out as well. Look at it. It literally looks like it's about to fall on my head. It's like a game of Jenga up there now. I just keep trying to fit more snuffs because that's my reviewed shelf, and all the ones I've got to do are in the trunk. You're gonna see a report of me in the papers. Man died in shed, snuffed by his own snuff. Writes its bloody self. How are ya? I'm a little late. I promised I was gonna do this review because it was requested. And damn it, I've forgotten the name, but it will be there. Sorry, buddy. Off the top of my head right now, I can't remember it. I can kind of see it in my head, but I just can't bring it to my tongue. And I don't want to guess in case I say someone else's name, so yeah. He asked me to do a stuff, so I could only oblige, couldn't I? But before we jump into that, look at this. Can you see it? It's my new pipe tamper. I think it's absolutely amazing. And it's stamped with Kamoy, which is a pipe ramp. But look, watch. Push the bottom in, and then it releases the little clamp in the top. And then put it back up. Now I got a little, a little pick for it. I thought it's pretty smart. Because I misplaced my tamper that was made with a bullet case and a bit of horn. Can't find it, but I'm well chuffed with this. And talking about finds, is this little beauty. Look at that. I don't know if the colour and that is showing up. Yeah, no, it's showing up quite good. And look at like the grain on the bottom. I'll probably throw in some pictures. But it's Redman Royal, which is made by John Redman, which is, I think he's a fairly good pipe maker. So, quite proud with this one. And in it, I got some Gareth and Hogarth Dark Spring Dew, one of my all-time favourites. So we'll do a review on it at some point, because this is like one of the, I always had a jar full up and I let it go empty a little while ago, so I haven't had any for a while, but I bought filled up another jar with it. Sometimes you have your favourite all the time. Sometimes you just need to give it a little bit of a break just to really appreciate it, and that's what I feel like with this, man. It's sort of made it all like a new blend again. A new blend, no, like an old friend returning. More like that. But, so I'm in a happy, good mood. Good pipe find. Good little pipe tool find. My tobacco order finally turned up because it disappeared in the post. It took ages. Normally it gets there next day, but it took weeks. It was finally turned up. Delayed a couple of Christmas parcels I wanted to send out, but I have to get them out in the new year now, innit? But yeah, apart from that, tried to tidy up in the shed a bit, put up a bit of tinsel and light and a bit of flashy lights. You don't know the work that goes on behind the scenes. Sometimes I really do make myself some too much work, so forgive me for begging for a pat on the back. And of course a good cup of coffee. So, where are we at then, fellas? And maybe the one or two ladies that may be out there. What are we reviewing today? And it is Amatosia, something like that. No. There's Amatosia or whatnot. Where should we start? Let's start with the tin note and crack her open and see what she's saying, shall we? So, if I'm honest, doing it like this, I can't really smell a lot. It's quite cold in here, but I think I get a little hint of menthol and a bit of smoky sort of smell. But no, I can't really pick a lot out of the tin. Can't I put this down? Come back to her later and caress her like she's meant to be loved. Good pipe. So, this is going to sound daft, yeah? I hate tap tins, and I kept saying you don't get any out because you're tapping it. I literally, after a year, nearly 18 months, I've only just figured out that people don't get the tap out like this. You're not doing it with your finger. You tap the tap box on your bloody hand and it all comes out lovely. Do you understand how long it took me to figure that out? Sometimes I can't believe myself, man. I'm so daft. Anyway, right, so let's have a look. It is quite it's a chocolatey brown, not a deep coffee brown, but a lighter chocolatey brown. In comparison to some of the Smousers, this looks a bit lighter to the other Bernard ones that I've had a look at. It also looks a little, I don't know, drier, or do you know? It's a medium grind and it's a medium moisture, but it doesn't want to sort of stick together like the Smouser. This one's it's not drier. What I'm trying to say is it's really fluffy. That's what I mean. It's nice and fluffy. No clumps. And it's, yeah, it looks good. There's not a lot to complain about. Looks consistent. And inviting, as a good snuff should be. So, let's jump into a snuff, shall we? And I'll tell you what she's saying up the snozzeroo. Right. So, on the first sniff, there is a bit of menthol in it, but it's not a really hard-hitting menthol. This one's quite light. It's not like a lot of other Purcell Bernards or like Purcells. It's not. Forget Purcell. I don't even know why I said that. But like a lot of other German snuffs, I suppose, is what I'm trying to get at. It's quite light on the menthol, and then so the menthol's like a light, cool, light sort of burn, which quickly dissipates, and then you get like a smoky, sorry, pardon me, that was going to bug me the whole video otherwise. It's got like a smoky, in the description it says beechwood. I don't know, I can't home in it that exact on it, but it does have a sort of smoky burnt wood scent to it. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm trying really hard to pick up any whiskey, but for me, I don't think it's there. So, your nose may be a bit more finer to cut it out, but for me, I can't find any scent of whiskey. It's just got a burnt wood, smoky scent. If anything, no, I can't get it out. It's because I'm trying to tap it with my finger. See, because I weren't thinking, I went back to my old way of getting it out. And it wouldn't come out the tin. Tap it on your hand, don't tap it with your finger. Yeah, so burnt wood sort of scent to it. I want to say it's got, and I've had this in a couple of the other Smousers that I've got coming up that I want to do reviews on, but I get like a sort of, I want to say like a glazed ham scent out of it. A glazed smoke ham, you know? It makes me think of that. It's a little bit reminiscent of it. There's a bit of a sweetness to the tobacco. But it's certainly enjoyable. You know what I mean? I have been enjoying this a lot. I picked it up and I kind of wished I'd tried it earlier, you know? But part of the reason for that is, if I'm perfectly honest, I'm not a lover of Smousers. I'm not. I know a lot of people love them, and do you know what? I like them. Like, the scent is wonderful, and I can 100% see why people love them so much. But for me, they irritate me. Yeah, which is weird because I don't normally suffer from things like that. But whenever I take a smell, I get back drip on my throat, and it's got this weird irritating. And I don't know if anyone else ever gets this same symptom, but it makes my eardrum itch. I know it sounds mad, but that's what it does. I get the itching on the back of my palate from like the irritation, and then it makes my like eardrum. Oh, it makes me cringe now when I think about it, but it makes my eardrum itch. And I'm thankful to say that this one does not do that. I find, you know, the bit of back drip that I may get off it is not obnoxious at all. No irritation. It goes down really well. And I think this is why I'm so like, you know, clicking with this so much. But as I say, it's got a sweet tobacco scent in the background. And I mean, that's all that's really there, really. It's a smoky, burnt woody tobacco. And like I said, it's got a sweet bit to it, and to me it makes me think of glazed ham, but to you it may be something else. Yeah, it's good. I like it. I don't really see a lot wrong with it. It doesn't clog me up so much. I see on a video from Uncle Squinty, he was saying about it clogged him up while in the warm, but didn't clog him up when he went out in the cold. And that did make me think, because right now we've had a real cold snap in the UK, and what with the gas prices, we've like couldn't have the heating on all day, 24 hours a day. So there's been a lot of the time where I've been sat in the, you know, quite cold, like I've got like layers on in the house or whatever. So I wonder if that's why I've had such a good time. Like, that irritation hasn't come into me and I haven't got the clogging. Maybe because I've been in cold air. So his theory of cold air enhancing it could have some weight to it, is what I'm saying. But as I say, for me, no clogging, no obnoxious dripping. You get a not hard hitting menthol, which is quite smooth and cool. You get this burnt wood sort of scent kicking around there. No whiskey. I don't know where that came from, but I can't find it. And then like this sort of, I don't know, glazed ham scent. I get it from another one. I'm gonna have to review it because I can't remember what it's called. It's the one with the monk on the front. Like, that one gives me a glazed ham scent as well. But as I say, I'm yet to review that, so I'll get to that in due course. But yeah, I see no reason not to because I think it is bloody amazing, if I'm honest. I really like it. I think so far, I don't know, this and that Galetra Virginii, I know I'm not saying that right, you know, the one in the yellow box, like them two are probably the Bernards I think that I've had that I really love and the ones that I like the most. Nicotine, I don't know. Medium to low, probably. I wouldn't be taking this to fix my nicotine fix. I would say that, but I would take it to enjoy it very much. Yeah, not a lot else to say to it, I don't think. I did try and figure out, like, what that Ambrosia, Amastonia, or whatever. I tried to figure out what it meant. But the weird thing is, there was no hit in German. It was coming back with Portuguese. And in Portuguese, it means, hang on, I jotted it down somewhere, swatch. And in English, I didn't know what the hell swatch meant, but then I had a look at it, and it basically means like a piece of fabric that's like a, you know, like a test sample of fabric to show, you know what I mean. I want this much cloth. Hey, look at this, really nice. I have 3 rolls. That kind of like little sample, but I can't see no link to why that would be. But yeah, seal of approval. I think it's good, and I'm glad that it was suggested to me. So yeah, I'd give it a go. I think it's good. I really do. Right, just checking the time. But I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't really see. So I think this has ran on for a bit too long. I'll try and get a few more videos in before Christmas, and hopefully you'll see a little bit more of me before I sort of have a little break over Christmas, probably, because, you know, you sit down with the kids and do your thing, you know, dad and all that. But as much as they drive me up the wall, you can't not love them to bits and want to do the old Christmas thing. They've never managed to get me into a Santa Claus suit, you know? I'm like, not doing it. Yeah, that, as far as I'm a bit of a bar humbug, really. I just do it for the kids, innit, you know. So I'm gonna say, remember to tap, pinch and toot, because there's 3 ingredients to your enjoyment, and your enjoyment is all I've got for you. So remember to come back to the shed, and until then, I shall bid you farewell.